Hello everyone, my name is Alpha Brother. You may know me as that guy who speedruns Hitman Blood Money. Today, I will be showing you how to speedrun Hitman Blood Money. This is the first episode in the series because there is quite a lot of information to go over, so these episodes will serve to organize everything. Today's episode is all about what you need to do before you start playing. Most people play on the Steam version of the game, so I will be addressing this as most of the setup on console is already done. The first thing that you will do is cap your FPS to 60 frames per second. You can do this by either enabling VSync in the graphics menu and setting your monitor's refresh rate to 60 Hz, or limit your FPS to 60 with a third-party software like Rivatuna, which can be found in the Resources tab on speedrun.com. There you will find some pre-made save files. You have to put these in the actual folder where the game is, under the Profiles tab. There is also my favorite tool of all time and my secret weapon, Statman. Not only will this track your rating in game time and a bunch of other cool stuff, but you can also use Statman to practice and set up files. You should also set up your graphic settings and controls, starting with sensitivity. My personal settings is DPI 1200 in-game Sense 3. As for the actual keybinds, you can use the default settings if you want, but I still recommend that you change the binoculars keybind to something other than 6 because coin is right next to that, so you could accidentally hit it. For me, I moved my sprint keybind from shift to one of my mouse buttons, and I also recommend moving the first person bind from F1 to F. Finally, turn off Simplify Strangle. Next, there's the graphics. For starters, I suggest taking off Show Blood. Blood in this game can be traced and led to a body found, so it's best to just turn it off. Next, I recommend playing on the highest graphics settings, but turning off drop shadows and post filters. Post filters mainly because it can cause your game to go black sometimes. On PC, if you want to create your own file quickly, start Death of a Showman on either Rookie or Professional, whichever you wish to speedrun, and bring up Statman. At the start of the level, right-click on the word Statman, and you can activate cheats. Go back into the game and bring up the cheat menu with Control-C. First, go to Give All and hit Enter, then hit Teleport. Just a side note, this might crash your game 1 or 2 times, so just restart the game and try again. Keep going until you see this window, then hit Escape, and then go over to this ICA crate. I highly suggest that you put the TMP in first. The TMP is one of the greatest tools in the Blood Money arsenal. It is a one-handed SMG, so you can take it with your silver baller. It doesn't require upgrades, and it's one-handed, meaning it's easier to conceal, and you can use it while carrying a briefcase. You can also store the Desert Eagle for the same reasons, but usually you use the silver baller, so there's not many scenarios where you need the Desert Eagle specifically. There's also the Dragnov, the shotgun, and the standard pistol, which I never use, but they're there if you need it. After storing the weapons, hit Shift-C while the cheats are still activated, and you automatically end the level. Assuming you didn't do anything else, you should have a Silent Assassin rating, which gives you the most amount of money for the next level. It will take you to the hideout, so exit and go into the menu of Aventagear. Timing doesn't start until after the plane cutscene, so it is perfectly legal to buy upgrades here. You should have enough money to buy the silencer on the silver baller, the painkillers, and the lockpicking. You should also want to buy the double capacity clip and the low velocity ammo on the sniper, and I personally buy one of the stocks on the SMG. Which one? Either of them. They're both the same thing. Other than that, you don't need any other upgrades at this time. After that, go into Aventagear and immediately pause and quit. Then, go back to Death of a Showman, hit Shift-C again to complete the level, and then save your game. And voila, you now have your save file completely set up for runs. If you ever accidentally save over your file, like I have many times, just do the same process. This does not carry over through difficulties, so if you want to do one for Rookie and one for Professional, you'll have to do it twice. On top of having one file for runs, I also recommend having a file for practice that already has every level complete. Finally, before we actually start speedrunning, go through some more of the resources on the speedruns.com tab. Something that you will find down there is the free cam. Just download it and follow the instructions. It will tell you what to do. Now let's actually talk about LiveSplit. For full runs, we use what is called loadless real-time. What you want to do is whenever you set up LiveSplit however you want, go ahead and right-click on it, go to Edit Layout, and then add a scriptable auto-splitter. On the speedrun.com resources tab, there are 2 auto-splitters that you can download, either Kennert's or Agents. If you're going to use Agents, be sure to turn off the in-game timer. Now, in order to change it to loadless real-time, right-click on LiveSplit again and compare against game time, not real-time. Like the name suggests, this timer automatically starts on a vintage year, and it will automatically split after the completion of each level, and it will end after Requiem. And now finally, we are ready to start speedrunning. I'll catch you guys later on the next episode of How to Speedrun Hitman Blood Money.